Hi friends, welcome to my another video, and in this tutorial I will be talking about loop in Java. We have various loops in Java. For loop, we have while loop, we have do while loop, and then we have enhanced for loop. A loop is a sequence of instruction which is continually repeated until a specific condition is satisfied. In other words, why do we use loop in programming, or at least in Java? Well, we use loop in order to do something repeatedly, and it helps us to code faster and do big thing with little bit effort. I will start by writing the for keyword brackets. The first part of the loop is the initialization part. So we are initializing a variable in here, and I equals to 1. So we will start from 1 and go all the way to 3. So we'll be printing from 1 to 3. The second part of the loop is the condition or determination part. So we will continue until the value of I is less than and equals 3, and the next part of the loop is the increment or decrement part. So we will increment the value of I with each iteration. Now this is the block of the loop. So in here we will write the logic that we want to execute. So in our case, we would simply print numbers from 1 to 3. So with each iteration, I will tell Java to print count plus I. So what this statement does is, with each iteration, Java will print this string, the text, to the console, which is count, plus the value of I. For first iteration, the value of I would be 1, and after the second iteration it will be incremented to 2, and so on. Let me run this program and see what happens. Alright friends, as you can see, here we have numbers printed out from 1 to 3. Okay, so we started from 1 all the way to 3. This is the for loop that we just worked with. Now we will do same thing or accomplish same thing by using while loop. I will start by writing the while keyword and then the curly brackets. So inside the curly brackets, before I set the condition, I must have a variable in order to evaluate that against a number. Int I equals to 1. So this is our variable. What this will do is, we would say continue this loop until the value of I is less than and equals 3. So as I said, we are trying to accomplish same thing by using while loop. Inside the block of the loop, we will print, so this sout or SOUT is a shortcut for writing system.out.println. So this is the fastest way to just get the system.out.println statement in Java by using, it's an IntelliJ IDEA or editor. Okay, so count plus the value of I. All right, so but the last step in the body of the loop, we need to increment the value of I with each iteration. So I plus plus. Here we go. Let me run the program. Alright friends, as you can see here, we have count 1 2 3. So from 1 all the way to 3, we achieved same thing by using while loop. Next we will be working with do while loop. So I will start by do. So this is the do block. So what do you want to do? You write that part or that code inside this do block. Well, we want to print numbers. Count plus I again. So here you can see this is, it gives us error because there is no variable by the name of I. So we need to create a variable int I equals to 1. Now the error is gone because there is a variable called I. And after the statement, we have to increment the value of I by 1. Okay, I plus plus. So here comes the while part. So after you're done with the do part, you want to set the condition in the while part. So the condition is continue until the value of I is less than and equals to 3. And that's it, guys. Okay, so this is our do while loop. Let me run the program and see what happens. Alright, as you can see here, we have numbers printed out from 1 all the way to 3. Alright, that's it for the do while loop. Alright guys, so now we will give an example for enhanced for loop. As I said, that there are various types of loops. So the last one is the enhanced for loop. An enhanced for loop, this is mainly used for to iterate over data structures or iterate over multiple objects. Okay, and I will give a simple example of an array, and we will iterate over an array, and we will use enhanced for loop for this purpose. So what you need to do first is to create an array. I would create an array of int type, or they name it numbers, and equals to brackets here. This represents that we are declaring an array. Okay, in these brackets right here, we will put elements or objects or anything that we want to store inside this array. So in our case, it would be numbers 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there are 3 elements in this array. This is one way of declaring and initializing an array. We have another way. We could have done like this. First, array, or call it numbers. Now this is the declaration part. Now how do you initialize it? We know that array is fixed size, or array is based on indexes. Array indexes starts from 0. Okay, now I can add values to it this way. I would say the in numbers array at index 0, can you please assign value 1? This one gives us error. Why? Because this array is not yet initialized. So we need to initialize this array. New int array with a size 3. Okay, now I can add more elements to this array. Add at index 1 value 2, numbers array index 2, add 3. Okay, so see, this way it takes more space in editor, it is more time, it's more effort to declare array. Okay, this one was super easy. The first way, this way was super easy. See, it's just only one line of code, but as you can see in here, there are multiple lines of code. So obviously we would prefer the easiest way. So let me get rid of this, uncomment this. Here we have this array which has 3 elements inside it. Now here comes the fun part. I will use the enhanced for loop to iterate over this array, or to print the value of this array to the console. So far I need to give the type, and what type is my array? It's integer, and I will just give a temporary variable here to store a value in there, and then the name of the array that we are trying to iterate over. Okay, numbers. And here, what do you want to do? I just want to simply print numbers of this elements of this array. Okay, and that's it. Let me run the program. Alright friends, as you can see, we accomplished same thing, printed numbers from 1 all the way to 3 by using enhanced for loop. Alright friends, so we work with various types of loops in Java. I hope it was a productive tutorial for you. We work with various types of loops in Java. We started with for loop, next we work with while loop, third step we work with do while loop, and in the last step, which is right here, we work with enhanced for loop. This is enhanced for loop. Okay, and that's it for today guys, and thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I will catch you in the next video.